Alright, Twitch should be up. That's good. Never early.
I'm_Biggy is now live. Streaming Tactics Ogre, Reborn, wheelchair symbol disabled gamer wheelchair symbol, Tactics Ogre 100% run. Twitch.
Okay. Wait, it should be this one.
Element spot running robot face.
Much better. Oh, I forgot to actually do the camera stuff before I start. Slowly adjust. It's my belly. Be correct. Yeah. Come on, camera. Probably as good as I'm gonna get it. And to the side. All right, let's just get started. Hello, folks. It's me. I'm Biggy, and I'm back. And this is Let's Play Tactics Ogre Reborn. And we're just going through Palace of the Dead, floor 34. And this is going to be a typical stream of me playing Tactics Ogre, or letting the AI play Tactics Ogre at this point, because yeah, I usually want to spend time discussing stuff, and it's a little bit we're at a point in the game where it's more effective. Howdy mana. Yep. Okay, there we go. Much better. We're at the point in the game where it's much more effective to oh, I should probably switch back to face cam for a little bit to turn on the standing by music. Or I'm late today. I'm not I didn't sleep as well as I wanted yesterday. So we're done with floor 25. Let me just edit the text a bit. So we're done up to floor 33. So we're a third of the way down. And within these next 2 days, let's hope to get to level 50. And I'll actually need to do some farming or do some loot table stuff as well. Guided loot table. I'm gonna copy this, and I'm just gonna paste it in the chat just in case. Thanks for being here, Mana. So if you wanted to go and have a look at what is available where in which bits of the palace, that's going to be it. But I'm going to
Long a center of naval commerce, the people here have struggled.
Switch over to the correct screen. There we go.
Finally, there rose a man to put an end to this.
This is it. Finally, there rose a man to start playing this game properly. All right. Let's get things started. Let's get it started in here.
Tactics Ogre.
I forgot to put the stream, not the guide on the floors here. Well, the thing is, we're just going through all of the floors anyways, so it shouldn't be super difficult. And this is just a double split to level 40, so you could just go with either one of these. I'm also looking through the Callous of the Dead guide to see if there's anything in particular that we need to farm for. And I'm scrolling down all the way to basement floor 20, no, 33, 34. Yeah, floor 34. And on floor 34, which is what we're going to get now, we might get a chance to grab things like root bows, alluring dresses, winged boots is important. I like winged boots. So where is it? Winged boots at the Executioner on 6-1. Okay. That might be our...
My brother has been trying to convince me to buy Warhammer figurines to play the tabletop game. And unfortunately he is getting closer and closer to convincing me.
Let's hope not. That hobby is a money sink. It is an absolute money sink. And an absolute time sink as well. That's the thing, because the Warhammer rabbit hole is even worse than the MTG rabbit hole. Like, you get into the figurines, and then you can get into the figurine painting, you can get into the lore, you can get into the play and strategy and all that stuff. And I'm not sure if there's like been any updates to the rule set of how to play Warhammer. Because just my humble opinion, it's super outdated, right? For the game of its type.
I already know about the lore and I was fine with the lore, but I was trying to stay away from playing the game.
Yep. Okay, the Executioner. Let me see if this is the guy here. Six and 1. Yeah, that's the guy. Okay. That's a fair enough point. Like, really. Let's remove you. Remove you. Remove you. Do we have any victory terms? Buff card and no in caps. But I'm actually going to need to do a large amount of farming on this particular quest. Actually. And that's gonna involve me bringing in all my snoopers. I'll remove Ozma and Gildas. We need a lot of long-range snipers. I'm gonna bring in Hobrim and maybe Lindel. I'm going to remove the wing boots here and pop it on Hobrim. This is a very important quest in that there's actually an item that we want to farm. Cloud shoes seems to work well as well. But we're going with cloud shoes for the moment, and then we're going with wing boots here. This way we get a little bit of an upgrade in damage, the Farseer's ring. Yep. And we're gonna start farming winged boots for everybody. Because I do believe, I think Damascus leggings grants us an extra movement, right? Yeah. I just want people to be able to use their stronger abilities. Let me scout. Let's not scout. Let's just go ahead and go to battle here. But yeah, Warhammer is a super. Yeah, if you're already into the lore. There it is. There's floating Hobrin. This is gonna be tough because we only have a 20% chance. Oh. Turn off all the AI. Switch back to you. And we just need to repeatedly hit the dude with our
Half of my lore knowledge comes from the YouTube series If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device.
Yeah. If the Emperor had a text-to-speech device? What kind of video is that? I'm very kind of apprehensive about getting into more lore.
It's mostly
Of story.
but it has some useful lore sprinkled in.
Okay, good to know. Let's use MP charge on you. And turn. And here comes
Also,
the money.
guys who made it are working on a World of Darkness animated series called Hunter the Parenting if you have any interest in World of Darkness.
I haven't heard of World of Darkness actually. Hunter the Parenting. Let's actually try the 20% now. Okay, it is a 20%er, so that's probably not a good idea to just repeatedly retreat. We should actually make sure that we get the the winged boots first before we leave.
It's like modern fantasy with vampires, demons, angels, werewolves, and the like trying to hide from the mundane world. It's a D&D style game.
It has nothing to do with that. Huh, wait a minute. No, I'm suddenly thinking of a series of movies like Dark World or something? Is it related to that or not? I wonder. Because if it's not, then
Not
I'm...
related.
Okay. Then I'm out of my element. Sounds like a fun time regardless, though. Just a bit of a quote-unquote unconfession. I haven't played a proper RPG game, like tabletop game yet. I haven't been to a session. It's just such a rare thing to do over here. Okay. But it seems like a fun time.
I have only been to a few D&D sessions with some friends I used to have. They ruined playing such role-playing games for me.
Ah. It does really depend on which team or how good the DM is, right? Just a thought. As fun as role-playing games are, did it somewhat become obsolete? Because of the traditional gaming for like Dungeons and Dragons become obsolete with the advent of these types of games? I guess not, because there's still plenty of people playing D&D. But it must have been a real kind of wild journey for people who are discovering the game. To be like, wow, there's a whole bunch of just not discovering the game. What I'm saying is like how like the role-playing games was transformed by traditional role-playing got transformed by first I think it was text-based adventures. Then it transformed because of into the JRPGs that we know today and other types of role-playing games. It's seriously kind of like just in my humble opinion, something staggering to think about. I don't like the fact that we need to go back so many turns simply because let me look at the drop table again. Alluring dress, winged boots, cloud shoes. How attached am I to winged boots? Not very. You know what? There's gonna be a bunch that is gonna show up in these next few quests. I'm not going to bother farming for it. Yeah, because it's going to be available all the way through to 39. Oh, there's going to be C-Days shoes as well. Yeah. I just looked at the loot table. No reason to try to farm it here. If we're going to farm the wing
know
boots...
how role-playing games could become obsolete. Maybe AI storytellers could be used by certain groups to replace DMS, but I think since it is a game you play with friends, it will always have its place.
Yeah. I mean, we already have quote-unquote AI storytellers, right? But it's going to be a long, long time before they become that they are able to be replaced by actual storytellers. I'm just thinking because just as yeah, what is my train of thought right now? But it's such a leap, right? Between what RPGs can do, like what it means to play an RPG back then, to what it is like right now, and what gamers expect from role-playing games or games in general. Okay. Just so that I don't just blankly stare at the screen and not talk and not do anything and just think about things. Let's just go and talk about some more relevant things, I guess. And what I'm thinking about now is... Just give me a second. Just some delivery going on. But yeah, okay, let me properly use a proper team here. Because what is it?
I see what you are saying. A lot of games have become more streamlined and focused on being beginner-friendly to introduce new players.
Beginner-friendly. I'm not saying that games are like beginner-friendly once it became when it came to PC, or came to video gaming, but it became such a different medium to versus because what it used to be shared storytelling, right? In essence, I just let the game finish. I don't mind losing 2 dexterity charms here. salamander. Yeah, but it became such a different medium because it used to be that games like D&D and other role-playing games, traditional tabletop role-playing games, it's a bunch of really cute squirrels hanging out. Aww. I can't show you. That's really sad. But yeah, it used to be that, watch me get the winged boots now. Nope, just an alluring dress. That D&D sessions are like basically shared storytelling, right? That allows you to be able to... Now I'm just going to save at a different slot here. That allows you to be able to like create a story with people. Let me just move you here, get some healing. I'll need Gildas, who's our healer as well. Ozma has somewhat been... No, she hasn't been underperforming at all. There's some undead dragons, so... and beasts. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put in Ozma here instead of one of the sisters, maybe. Which one do I remove though? You know what? Let's just have them play as is. Yeah. No, this is fine. I'd rather have Ozma than Gildas. Whereas gaming RPGs is such a curated form of storytelling, right? Basically, the dungeon master, quote unquote, in the game, which is actually now the game designer, actually could tell the story the way he wants, while giving the player a chance to explore and contribute in a limited way, right? Because as fun as it is when a character makes a super silly move, like a player character makes a super silly move in a D&D session and rolls a nat 20 and then ruins all the plans of what the dungeon master had planned for a long time, writing things down, right? As fun as that is, I think having a curated story that is already planned forward, and not only that, being able to share that story with a bunch of people is such a drastic change. And because the nature of gaming, it allows for a more interactive and more in-depth way to actually let people experience that. Like, for example, if we compare it to reading a book. Or playing a session of D&D, right? Giving player the ability, like a choice to choose your own adventure Bye-bye. Yes. Speaking of which, how about we talk about story in Unlimited Saga, right? That's an interesting talking point. Because I need to write how I want to overhaul the story in my video. And you know what? As soon as say Unlimited Saga, maybe I'll say it 3 times. It's gonna summon the smithing myth. He's gonna show up. So, Unlimited Saga. Unlimited Saga. Unlimited Saga. Is he here? Did I summon the smithing myth? With my call? Oh, I lost the viewer. Yeah, never mind. But if that actually happened, it was like well-timed Twitch moments, 2023.
That was the anti-smithing myth.
Yep. That was the Tactics Ogre video saying, well, I'm out of here.
Greetings. How are you today, Biggy?
Hello, Crossbone. Apparently you're not smithing myth. I was about to discuss Unlimited Saga stuff, and I said if I say Unlimited Saga 3 times, myth will pop out of this shell and just jump into the stream. But yeah, I'm doing okay, but we'll actually have to see how I feel a little bit, because
Yo, how's it going? Lurking, but I'm here.
everybody but Myth is here. Okay. Hello, Mr. Telbane.
LMAO.
But I'm just thinking, are we talking things like Unlimited Saga, right? Because I made an essay.
Hiya Xbone and Talbin.
Yep, let me save for a bit. Because if we're talking Unlimited Saga, and what we could do to quote-unquote fix things, the scout. Okay. There's no undead here. But is there okay, with a cleric in the party. I don't know. เดี๋ยวช่วยนวดไล่เลือดขาข้างนี้นึงหน่อยขาชา Yep. But we're talking about story in Unlimited Saga, and I need to actually clarify my thoughts a little bit. On how I should approach it. Also, we have like so let me just think this through in terms of what we're doing today as well. We're in floor 30. We just started the game at floor 33. So that leaves 17 floors that we need to do. 17 floors that we need to do. So hopefully we'll get through 9 floors today. if we can. Just let the game do its work, do its magic. But if we talk, yeah, finally, let's just get back to what I was talking about. If we're talking Unlimited Saga, the weakest point of Unlimited Saga to me is the story, right? And you can say things like, the story is actually they wanted to showcase the system and they wanted the story to be in the backseat, right? There's like lore there, definitely. I think they planned a bit of lore there, but it just didn't show up enough in such a way that firstly it ties all 7 adventures together, and make it so that you are discovering something that major or significant about the world. The 2 bits of big story that let's just go through about we'll talk about minor fixes already, like how we could make it so that the characters interact with each other more during the adventure or at taverns and inns. That's a general fix, but it likes the but there's an overhaul I think that needs to be done with the story. That, let me think. Like, the story needs to be contained, but has a bigger picture. Like, Laura's story is actually quite good in and of itself because it's it talks about the political struggle, right? In the game. Like how politics work in the game. It's in the right direction, but it's not doing enough. Like,
we need more lore about why the Escada Royals were so important.
Yeah. Like, we know they're important, but how important, right? Like, were they the rulers of this Escada? Was Escada the capital? Like, what impacts would the assassination have? There was a Dago boss, Basil Gallios as the real culprit. The power struggle that is actually there. Like, the betrayal of Basil Gallios is actually quite a strong story point.
And the fact that Dagul boss destroyed the Escada kingdom with an army of demons and beasts. And this is only mentioned in passing.
Like, Do we need more cutscenes? Or something more dramatic? I wonder. Hmm.
I think we need more cutscenes, but we don't want a bucket of exposition to be dumped on players.
Hmm. Yeah. More cutscenes is nice, right? But just kind of.
Perhaps optional cutscenes from interacting with characters in taverns.
Because what the game has now, instead of like cutscenes, right? They have just small interactions between characters. With static pictures. The thing is, will revamping that give enough weight? I have a sneaking suspicion that there's a higher level unit here. I think it's this. No, they're all level 40.
And just to subtlety try to nudge players towards interacting with characters in taverns, that way they can explore the story at their own pace. Perhaps.
Yeah, that's the not the major change, but the what's needed at the base level to make the story more dynamic, say. But like I said, I stated earlier that story is what gets you hooked on the game. Gameplay is what makes you come back. If you don't get hooked on this,
otherwise we would need to extend each character's stories by including cutscenes, but also more adventures to fit the cutscenes.
That's a slippery slope, I think. We're going to include cutscenes and stuff, adding more scenes. And this game, Tactics Ogre, demonstrated somewhat that you don't need really high graphics to actually get some drama. But at the very least, give the characters some alternate arts and poses, please. You know, to express different emotions. That would actually improve the game by a lot already. I mean, the illustrations are pretty, but if by looking at this, yeah, the tweak that I would make as well as give them different emotions. I mean, that's how light novels do it, right? Not light novels. What's the medium called? You know, where you visual novels? Is that what they're called? No, what are they called? You know, the good old dating sim type
Visual
stuff.
novels.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, that's how visual novels handle it. You need a little bit of different sprites to express different emotions. So that's enough to get yourself hooked. Get you hooked on the not hooked on phonics. Why did I get hooked on phonics stuck in my head now? But that's how you hook in the give your story a little bit more weight. Or give your characters a little bit more dynamism. Maybe, is this what I'm trying to say? But even then, I'm not the biggest fan of visual novels. I think they're good, but just a little, but yeah. I think the execution's a little flawed.
Well, I can tell Kawazu's no fan for visual novels.
There you are,
He's
Myth.
big on combat, exploration, and music. Saga may not hook everyone, but it hooked enough for the Japanese audience. Hello y'all.
Finally. You
Hi Myth.
you're here since my summoning ritual. If you didn't know, Myth.
I never cared for visual novels, mainly in the sense of playing it myself. Rather watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the thing about visual novels. It's not it's a really target back, yeah. But it feels so different. But I mean, we're just talking though. Just talking about visual novels. I'm just talking about that being a tangent on how to fix the storytelling in the game, and I'm just using visual novels so that it's a more whatchamacallit, clear example.
I did say this in the past, I like to kill things. And the person I said this to replied with, well, at least you're honest.
Wait a minute, that's a quote from somewhere. Was that an actual smithing myth quote, or you are? Okay, let me grab the agility card.
Well, visual novel are way more focused on storytelling and character development.
Yeah, we're just going through ways to actually improve storytelling in the game.
I'm just saying what I said back in 2021.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the for me. I just got a bit of deja vu. That's all. That yeah. It's weird that you're the actual one who said it, but if you know what I mean, right? But anyways, yeah. Having slightly different bits of character art show up. Okay, that's fine. Let's just let the AI handle this.
Pretty much every game I play involves killing in some way. One game I think of on top of my head that doesn't involve killing is Bejeweled 3.
That's a that's a prop. That is a quote that I'm going to remember about Myth or Mosby. Hey, we got a permafrost bow. Definitely. It's going to be like I like to kill things, but when I'm not kill thing, I like to kill things. And Bejeweled 3. Okay, we got a water charm. No intelligence charm, unfortunately. Yeah. What else am I going to... what I was about to do to...
Funny fact, I said that quote in a different live stream and someone said, "Okay, psycho." I replied with, "Okay, pacifist."
Okay, pacifist. No, okay. Nope, we're not raising any red flags at all. That's fine. We're fine, right? We're fine? No, nothing demonetizable about that. Oh, speaking of which, about demonetization, just, you know, moving on. YouTube revised their monetization policy, finally. So, good news. Let's see. Out of all these, I think it's going to be not Mirrodin. Gildas is going to replace Tina. So they revised the monetization policy so that it reverted.
Stream, text speech says it wrong.
Live stream.
I had seen that. I was quite shocked.
Yep, that was completely out of character of what YouTube usually does with this kind of thing. I'm actually able to say swears now, and which is quite nice because the current episode, the next episode that I'm going to show you guys of XCOM has...
We can say dang and heck all we want.
Yeah. The next episode of XCOM has Keanu Reeves swearing a freaking storm. And swearing all over the place. Is that you're gonna get me demonetized, Keanu? But it's well and good enough, rare enough that yeah. I gave him, I think, a lot of instant kill. Well, I gave him superior hair triggers. What's the skill called? Repeaters that executes at 20%, and it keeps doing that to like sectopods and those large enemies.
Sailor Mouth.
Yeah. Sailor Mouth, the unofficial sequel to Sailor Moon. But oh, okay. Anyways, where was I? We need to talk about story. Story, guys. Stories. Focus. Focus. For the bigger picture, I think. You know what I wanted to know about? Guadagnini, Amari, Byron, the forest philosopher, and all those big name mages. I want to know more about them, actually. I think that would make a nice little topic for a video too.
Gameplay always comes first for me.
That's what she said. Hey, no, okay. I Okay. You know what? I'm gonna look up. If I type in Guadagnini, yep. Doug. I wonder if it shows up some. Not Guadalupe. If I look up Guadagnini Unlimited Saga. Yeah, it's this Holy Guadagnini. Like, who was the Holy Guardian of Guadagnini's? Right? It's never stated, really, in the game at all. That's one bit of lore, yeah.
We need to learn more about the world. I think libraries and random books would be cool to add. Make a lore book menu option like the Warren's report in Tactics Ogre, where every book you find gets recorded into the Unsaga reports.
Yep, I think that's a cool bit of world building, definitely. Oh, we lost somebody, didn't we? Why do you keep getting yourself killed, lady? Okay, anyways, I really want to know more about those guys as well. The question is, do we want them to add more lore? Or does Kawazu want to add more lore, or keep it in the background as is? But that's for him to decide, though, not for us. But that's
random books you can find on adventures that you can take. Also, make a high-level version of those Demon Tome enemies that have a chance to drop random lore books when you beat them.
That sounds like fun, actually. Yeah, those guys getting Guardian locks is not fun at all. Like, I want to know more about Guadagnini. I want to know more about all those 5 great sages. I think there's things like Leia Torles, right? Who were like Iskandar's original party, right? So there's Leia Torles. Or what could be a kind of a binding glue that stitches everything together? I'm not a very good writer either, so it's just seeing if like we could use extra bits of lore in lore books, having lore stuff in like what Mana said, random books, or we could have like what are the avenues of things that we could explore lore wise or world building. Like I wasn't into that at all in most of my
And
RPG
I still hold
playthroughs.
the
Yeah.
idea of having a secret 8th character, maybe younger Iskandar, be unlocked after beating all the other characters. He could have characters like Alice Ambrosia, who is mentioned in Judy's story as being one of the most powerful witches in history.
Oh yeah, there's Alice Ambrosia. There's Iskandar, Alice Ambrosia. There's a creator dude. Can't remember who else is. I think Alice Ambrosia and the original Silver Girl. And there's a bunch of characters that were mentioned. I can't even remember anymore. But I need to replay Ruby's story, I think, just to get.
Mazo has been including new story details in his remasters, so chances are he will like the cut content in Saga Frontier or giving characters backstory in the Phantom Maze in Romancing Saga 3.
That's actually a good news. All right, okay. So adding more backstory is going to be a thing. But thanks for that bit of information, Myth, because that actually is relevant to the discussion. I could add that to as a talking point. Data save.
There was that girl that Ruby saw in her dream.
Was there's this whole concept about reincarnation and rebirth, right? Is there? Like how actually the one bit of lore that was
Also the memory maze in Romancing Saga 2, and some more quests in Minstrel Song Remastered.
So there is precedent. Wait, let me
Sorry,
just.
is that wizard girl?
Yep. All right, just give me a second while I. Let me just look at if I look up Unlimited Saga and Story, or let me just look up Thao.net to see if it has anything regarding lore that is actually character, battle items, world, town shopping, careers guild, real checks, walkthrough, extra. Play diaries, game script. Oh, they have game script? What? Oh, these are, of course it's under construction. Great. It hasn't been updated since 2019, unfortunately. Let's have a look at some of the links. Under construction. Wonderful, Thao. You have given us some. Oh, wait. What's this? This is play diaries. Okay, never mind. We'll get back to that once we are done with this particular adventure. Let's see. This is not the boss battle, is it? No. But we don't have any undead. Yeah. We're fine. Oh, I'll just pop in Ravnus and Christina. Okay. And let's just have AI handle this. I'm just looking at the loot table for one more time to see if there's anything we need to worry about. Nothing really. I think the yeah, we don't have to look for anything in particular, do we? I'm looking at chapter past that level 40. Root bow, Aquakener. Oh, so these are why those things are good. Chrysalos. There's a bunch of relics that we could farm for, right? Like relic weapons that we could actually farm. Do we want to farm those up at all, or do we just... You know what? Let's just continue. I think we want to clear this as quickly as possible. I said how many battles that we need to do today? At least 9, right? So 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Yep, so let's try to head to floor 42, maybe? What else am I going to need to talk about? Yeah, so adding a bit of lore is good. I think I'll just leave it to Kawazu to come up with a extra bit of lore and things I actually want to hear about. Because there's so much that's a mystery. There's actually a like a play
This story
diary.
could use some explaining into the cursed gauntlet and why it is relevant to the Starship Anchor Wonder.
Okay, so all right, I'm just going to link this right now. Thao had a kind of a play diary. So it's probably a nice little read through. I might read this off camera just to get me refreshed on what the game, what Unlimited Saga has in terms of story. His or her play diary, I'm not sure. There's this them playing. Yep.
And why that dang helmet gets stuck on him at the end.
Yeah. First story could use some explaining of the Curse Gauntlet. Yep. Yep. 9th game proper squareenix Saga series. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the Legend of Iskandar and what was written down here. So the Seven Wonders is a group of ancient structures shrouded in mystery. Legend has it that the power of long-absent gods lie within, and the... Okay, I'm just going to minimize this and make sure that this is here. So that I could actually read this. Oh, what's happening? Game? Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Did that screw up? Yes, that screwed up everything. Okay. Much better? Okay. Right. Now, there's no game music. Okay. So, this is from the Unlimited Saga Play Diaries, and from Thao. I'm not sure where he copied this from, or she. Yeah. But basically, power of long absent gods lies within the Seven Wonders. Release will trigger a rebirth of the Golden Age. Okay. 7 wonders are scattered among parched deserts, frigid tundra, harsh mountains, raging seas, remnants of a time when evil forces ran amok. Some people believe that the legend, others dismiss it as fairy tale. Still, adventurers strive to conquer all the 7 wonders and discover the long entombed secrets. So, in the complex mosaic of human history, Iskandar has been classified as a young conqueror king, a legendary hero, ruthless tyrant, even a dragon's descendant. Conquering nearly half the known world, along with vast, unexplored territories, the Crusade of Iskandar laid the groundwork for a new exchange of knowledge, people, and commodities across the world. So Iskandar became a legend in his own time, and is one of the most frequently researched figures in history. His existence, however, is nothing short of enigmatic. Wait, he's researched a lot, but he's still so he's kind of like a I think he's like a Jesus figure in the game, I guess, if we're going to make comparisons, right? So, very famous, lots of mysteries. I think the time frame is like 2,000 years, right? So it's just about appropriate. So Iskandar became a legend in his own time, yep. Frequently researched, but enigmatic. Ultimate fate has been attributed to things like assassination, sickness, elopement, ascension. Yeah, so definitely like a literal Jesus figure. Other claims that he never existed at all. Yep. Some attribute his success to the legacy of the 7 wonders. The town he has founded, Iskandaria, is adjacent to Undercity Pharaohs, one of the 7 wonders. Legend has it that his minions use both magic and supernatural weaponry. And there's Regina Leone. That's a bit of lore as well. So after Iskandar's death, Lord Dixon continued to protect the land until he was eventually defeated in battle. He withdrew to his home, the island of Elv, where he has built Iskandar's mausoleum in tribute to his fallen lord. And due to local governmental concerns, the town was renamed Vaftom, meaning protected land, and the mausoleum was frequently remodeled during the town's development. The final renovation brought the mausoleum to its current form. And Lord Dixon died shortly after the work was complete. His casket was laid beside Iskandar's. It's really weird that there's a bunch of monsters running around the mausoleum, though. So 2 days after the elaborate funeral, Lord Dixon's widow, Regina Leone, climbed the mountainside beside the mausoleum and lit a memorial fire to send the spirit of her beloved husband on its way. People of Vaftom saw the fire and moved by touching act. And during Leone's lifetime, the memorial fire has become a local custom, drawing many to Vaftom to see the event and leading to the town's prosperity. I'm not sure how many years it's been, though. Rise of Iskandar's knighthood kept the festival from falling into disarray. Knighthood's 7th leader, Keith Lombardo, organized the festival in its modern-day form. Yeah, so there's actually a modern-day form. So kind of like the Olympics, if you think of time scale. Like, there's a ceremony that happened 2,000 years ago. Festival continues to amaze year after year. The first days of the festivals begin early. Descendants of Lord Dixon, the feudal lords of Islands of Elf. I think that the whole descendants of Dixon is going to be a bit of a stretch, but we could talk of it in terms like royal family, a royal lineage that could continue. All right. Ooh, we got a nice little crescent sword, crystallized flame. Nice. There's level 39. Okay, let me just save here. Is this a boss battle? Because if it's a boss battle, then we could definitely does not look like a boss battle. But we'll definitely want to bring in our 2 gunsmen. Or maybe a gun. Yeah, just these two. So, first day, the festival begins early. Descendants, the feudal lords conduct a worship service, prayers to the departed. Bell signals the change of the atmosphere. Merchant stalls spring up at the plaza. Performers takes up the streets. The morning's solemn attitude all but vanishes in an outburst of energy and excitement. Second day, the festival continues. The highlight becomes a series of offertory plays presented at the mausoleum. Both professional and amateur performers take part in the plays, which range from historical dramas to contemporary comedies. Third day is the finale. Afternoon merchant stalls are cleared from the plaza. Makes way for an early evening parade. This is like a 3-day festival. That's a huge ordeal. Extravagantly designed float parades to the town, beginning out the plaza in front of the mausoleum at night. The excitement reaches its peak. The wealthy pilot their boats into the salt lake that borders Vaftome. Enterprising, there's salt lakes. Okay. Enterprising townsfolk charge exorbitant fees for seats with a view of the parade. All this activity ceases at midnight, where the floats are put away and the lights are dimmed throughout Vaftome. When the town encompassed in darkness, memorial fires appear on the side of the mountain. Those who have lost their loved ones in the preceding year participate in the lighting of the fires, and at the end, 3 memorial fires are lit beside the mausoleum. 1 for Iskandar, 1 for Dixon, and 1 for Regina. Okay. Okay. So, the Festival of Regina Leone is a pivotal story moment, right? So, as it actually I should need to try to contact Thao if I could, and maybe get some collaboration stuff done with him or her. But, anyways, let's just continue with this part of the game here. The cool thing about this is that we have a focal point in the game that ties all the different characters together. And if we want to, we could make a mega cut. If this was like a Marvel movie, for example, this would be equivalent to like a Nexus event, right? Where all the characters meet. I'll take your idea, Manta, and I'm going to up it for 1 bit. What would actually make sense, well, to me anyways, is that we have a 8th story involving all the main characters. Does that make sense? I mean, there are 7 stories, right? And 7 characters. Why not make it so that the main characters all join up together for one final adventure together? Wait, would that be a balanced team or not? And we could also make it so that the main characters of each one carry over. That's a cool idea. But that would actually also tie everybody up together in the same timeline. I wonder if that actually makes sense. And I think I lost you guys a bit because I used to have like more viewers.
That would also be a neat 8 story. After you beat all the characters' story, a rift opens and the main characters get sucked into the chaos reality.
I mean, there's a sense of the characters getting sucked into chaos already, right? In the main adventure. And
because we defeat all the variations of chaos in all the timelines.
Somehow I'm reminded of whatchamacallit, Blaster Master. Is it Blaster Master or Blast Master? Where the original game ended, there's actually a little bit of an extra story in the sequel. Yeah, but all in all, I think that would be a neat idea. To actually have all 7 characters kind of join in on each other. And they could also acknowledge the inconsistencies in the timeline. Like, for example, there's one main character that's from another adventure.
The final boss of this scenario is just a boss rush of all the final story bosses before you fight chaos.
Ooh, that would definitely hit
Depending how the remake goes, it could be a case of Fuse's scenario in the Saga Frontier remaster where Fuse go through each of the 7 characters' scenario and have an alternative path.
That sounds like fun as well. But I do like you know how we stated in what was it? How each characters have different timelines, yeah. But yeah, that's gonna tickle Myth's fantasy, definitely. Like smithing myth, not the other myth. And it will also reveal a bit more about the world. Come on, stop triggering Guardian Lock already.
Another thing with these remasters, a new super boss is included and it seems each new one is harder than the last.
Yeah. That seems like something that Kawazu is gonna do. Always. I have actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to actually defeat this right now. AI cancel all. Because I feel like, let me look at the loot guide on 39. I think this is a great place to farm for things like, is it a great place to farm for winged boots? I think the place for farm for winged boots has passed. Has it? D-Day shoes. No, I think it's in. You know what? Let's actually return to battle. Move here.
I do like how Judy's story kinda explains what the power of the forbidden spell that Clyde was after. It summons chaos LOL.
Yep. I'm going to use retreat here. Because I have a feeling that, yeah, we're getting a couple of these like root bows and proxes and some legendary weapons like relics, and I think it's probably worth our time to farm those items repeatedly. Let's look at our party inventory for a little bit. Inventory. We have.
Joseph did say the forbidden spell doesn't exist.
Okay. What is this thing? It's on 120. 115 for Damascus. Okay, let me look at some of these weapons here. Is it Crescent Blade? No, this is one-handed. The Crescent Sword is... Yeah, these relic weapons are much stronger than what we're getting, like we're using before. I think same with the permafrost bow. I think permafrost bow is in comparison to Indra's bow. Indra's bow is 117. Oh, this is just 94. Okay, fair enough. What does this do though in terms of it's count attack 3? This for archers, two-handed bow. As a relic though, it could be combined to make stronger, I think. Oh, there's a relic count. That's a little bit... Yeah. Actually, if relics have a count, I would do the idea of farming relics and improving them as a kind of a side quest rather than the main quest. And this is 95. Alakil is 100. Yeah. Unless we're up to farming different relics and stuff, I don't think it's worth our time to just repeatedly farm those. Okay, so just for the sake of content, I'm going to actually do one battle that's not automatic, auto-played. Let's remove these two gunmen. This should... Oh, this is a story battle, I think? Yes, it is a story battle. Do we need to deploy the Cressida then? Might as well bring her along. Sorry, Ravnus. Okay. To battle. This is level 41. Oh, the Palace of the Dead. And I think...
This is more like it.
The woman from before.
How unusual to see mortals here. Ah, you are Denim of Goliath, commander of the forces at Almorica. That explains how you were able to defeat Georges.
Georges.
A perfect opportunity to use the Dragon Lord's Rings of the Dead. They will resonate with the power of the temple.
Wow. There they are.
That's the same artifact Nybeth used.
The Dragon Lords were well versed in the dark.
Legends of the
They
Hidden
even
Temple.
fashion trinkets, allowing the most ignorant to wield powerful magic. Not that any mere surface dweller could comprehend, let alone employ it.
Surface dweller, quote unquote.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you, darkness to me.
Yep. I wish we could are able to skip the summoning animations. But yeah.
Also, what is that name? Beelzebub? I feel like it should have been Beelzebub at least.
Yeah, Beelzebeth.
Now, Denim of Goliath, let us see if you live up to your reputation.
Okay. But Beelzebub. Okay. Move you forward. Ozama. Drain heart, I guess. That's Ozma. Doot 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 doot. Ozma. Doot 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 doot. Okay, she's gonna use MP charge. Get telluric resonance, that's nice. But let's charge up another mage, meaning you. And then move you here. Alright, aquatic resonance. Move you over here. And let's see if we could... Oh, we're just a little bit too far for Undyne. But I guess we'll do this. We've got Meditate, very good. You should also be a little bit too far to cast your Salamander spell. But a Firestorm will do. Just looking at the loot that these guys drop. Version 2. I think the female Lich drops a black plume. So that's she's actually probably worth killing. So let's actually rewind. Be kind. And do this. The drop rate is like 35%, so let's see. We have a stop. We're just too far for Sylphid. Tornado then. Tornado. That's not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. I'll need to cancel all the AI though. Come on, right click. AI quick assign, cancel all. Yep. Move you forward. Charge MP on self. Just give me a sec, folks. I need to prep lunch. Come on. All right. I just looking at the time. I think this could probably will be my final battle for the day. That being said, just let you hang out over here. Just needed to prep lunch, or let my helper prep lunch. That's probably more accurate. Move you here. Let's see if we could Indra's bow you. Okay. We'll also need to make sure that the last bit of that item there is actually a black plume. Because if it's a black plume, then we could just continue with the main story, I guess. Right, this is gonna suck. Let's Blood Whip. Move you here. We'll move you like here. And let's see, how far could we exercise? Not far enough. So let's just use the major heal instead. Here. Putrefy 2 is just a huge spell. Concentration. Okay, let's see what else we could use. We can't use Banish yet. Word of Pain. Okay, we don't have any mana, which means that we should use MP charge on some characters adjacent. And just grab a crit card, maybe? All right. Let's see what else we can do here. We'll move you over here. Let's cast a small heal on Kashua, just in case. Oh, that's a lot of damage. This is a good time to use charge MP here. Not MP charge. I was gonna use healing magic, but that's fine. Never mind. Let's just go Sylphid on this dude. We don't have another character to cast magic on. We do have a nice little heal like right here. Like a major heal. In this spot. Yep. You know what? I am... Let's just Undyne here. And just hope that the 35% is going to work. Don't die, please. Goodbye, Beelzebub.
I bow to you,
Beelzebub.
surface dweller. You fight well. If you plan on venturing further, however, know that ambition and curiosity are not your allies.
Okay. He's just gonna run. Please let it be Black Plume. Of course it's gonna be just linen slops or something. Yeah. Oh well, I was too impatient. And I wasn't just gonna go back and roll back all the way to all those things, to do all those things anyways. Alright. I'm gonna save on a different slot here. And I think I'm just gonna call it a video for Tactics Ogre. I'm going to play this adventure a little bit, maybe? No, it's not this one. I'll play this one off screen. I'll play this one next time, I think. But yeah, we'll try to beat level 50 as quickly as we can. And that'll let us actually continue down towards level 50 onwards, which is going to be, that's just going to ramp up the difficulty finally. But we could stop talking about Tactics Ogre and come back and talk about Unlimited Saga as well. So at this point, we're done 40 levels. We could go up to 50 by next time. But let's talk about the whole Festival of Regina Leone thing, right? Not 50. It's okay. But yeah, the Festival of Regina Leone. The issue with the festival is that you could do a supercut of the whole, like all of the characters being there, right? And it's like a Nexus event for all the characters being put together. And it's really weird how, not really weird, but it could just like make a little sense. Like there's like put it into one long big movie, right? And it's just like kind of, oh, so this is the only timeline where all these characters actually meet up with each other properly. But there are instances in the story where different characters, different main characters show up as secondary characters in your quest, right? So for example, in Laura's quest, Judy shows up as a secondary, and it's an instance where she never found any of her other family members. Next up is then Judy. Judy has Kurt showed up with his gauntlet, but his gauntlet was never, like, we didn't have any gauntlet battles, so he didn't show up as like questing knight in his questing knight mode. But he is kind of like beefy tank character that supports her well. Like you're a little bit different. Like and once you have an adventure where all 7 characters show up together, you could just go like, hey, you know, you're a little bit different from what when you showed up in my adventure. Things like we could have a Laura in a timeline where in her own timeline versus Laura in Myth's timeline where it's insinuated that Henri died. It's insinuated though, not proven that Henri didn't make it. But I mean, there's no way the other reason for her to pawn the blade of Escala. The only other one would be that she ran away with the blade and tried to pawn it, but it's just not Laura's modus operandi, so to speak. But that being said, I'm just gonna spend some time off camera reading up on the Unlimited Saga play diary that Thao wrote here, and just read through what's it like on when he or she played Ruby's scenario. Yep. Okay. But I can't remember which character goes where. But I mean, the Kurt showed up in Judy's quest, and then Ventus showed up in Kurt's quest. What's his name? Who showed up in Ventus's quest? Like, who showed up in Ventus's quest? I can't remember anymore. All right. Thao. Ventus scenario. Okay. Okay, Ventus scenario has Ruby. Yep. Showing up. And in Ruby's scenario, Myth shows up. Okay. So they could acknowledge that they've seen some of these guys, each other before, but a different version of each other, right? So that would be a pretty cool insinuation. But I would also make an argument that there's a bit of headcanon for me as well, that this is all part of a role-playing game being played by us as a character, or some sort of character as well, because in the game, if I'm looking up Unlimited Saga lore, yep, there's the final boss. They're starting to encounter each other during their adventures. One of the main elements which connect us all start stories is the legend of Iskandar and the Seven Wonders. Some join another main character's party at another point in other scenarios. Like, okay, so if you look at Iskandar as a character, with the help of Sapphire, later Ruby. Okay, Iskandar made a cameo in Myth Scenario as well, but yep. Finds an old dagger of his friend. Okay. Yeah. I'll read up on the lore here in the backstory. There's a backstory from the game guide as well. Oh. Okay. So this is interesting. So let me just link this up as well in case some people are still here. Like, who's still here? Or are people already left? I think people are just lurking in the background here, but yeah,
I am
there's
still here.
Yep, thanks, Mana. But according to the game guide, Iskandar is the Unlimited in Unlimited Saga. So he disappeared from history, but he never died. He was still alive and became the Unlimited that was superior to God. Wow, okay. Under his sworn friend Leia Torles's guidance, Iskandar met a girl of the true people, basically the Arcanians, mother of the silver-haired girl. He taught him the truth of this world, and after he became the Unlimited by Leia Torles's secret art, yeah, he left the world and began wandering from one world to another, as his vassals didn't know that they believed their lord had gone. Yeah, so this is multiverse confirmed. So basically, Iskandar became a planeswalker. Yeah, pretty much. But instead of traveling to different planes, he travels through different realities. But what is the truth of this world, I wonder? Leia tells his secret art. He left the world, began wandering from one world to another. Yeah.
That is a way to put it, lol.
Yeah. The Unlimited can come and go between worlds and also is invincible, immortal, in all worlds except where he was born. He grows old only in the world of his birth. Like, where is this presented in the story, I wonder? That's really kind of weird. It's really cool. Returning the knife, because that was not the knife he was looking for. Talking with Sapphire. Decided to go to Seven Wonders. Journey goes calmly until Torl, where the hero begins visiting the Seven Wonders. He meets Silver Girl in Myth, there he explains many details about Arcanians, only if Myth wishes to. Yep. Saga compilation has a trading card game. His reasons for appearing in the Unlimited Saga worlds are never explained, and no theories or hypotheses are ever mentioned. Iskandar is clearly inspired by Alexander the Great, because it's the Persian version of Iskandar. Yeah, so that's the I'm not sure if there's anything regarding the game guides as well. There's Arcanians. The creator created the original mankind, so true peoples are Arcanians, to the semblance of to himself far long time ago. That is to say that the word man originally meant these true people, right? True people civilizations got remarkably developed by using crystals, but these developments were accompanied by the loss of their psychic equilibrium. What is this going on about? Yep. So this is actually the whole idea behind Arcanians, and there's this whole thing about the creator as well. The being the originally created humanity, the Tower, Ashura, and masterminded the events that plague humanities from the beginning. This is the creator from from which game is this? Final Fantasy Legend. There we go. So, Final Fantasy Legend character is considered the one who, in the game of Final Fantasy Legend, he shows up in his mortal form, and basically, Final Fantasy Legends involves a party climbing up the tower, and the creator revealing that he created this all for them to enjoy, and welcome to my place, it's paradise. Yep. He congratulates their victory, reveals his role as the cause of the troubles plaguing mankind. He describes how he believes humans didn't understand courage or determination, and so created Ashura to put in notion to test and see how humanity would cope. So basically, he created obstacles for human beings to complete his game. Yep. So the creator is de facto the one who created this quote-unquote game. Yep. And he's like a stand-in for like in Japanese he's just kami, which is God, right? So offended that he was willing to cause so much suffering in the worlds, the protagonist proceeds to battle the arrogant God, manage to destroy him and free the world from his manipulation. I'm not sure if that's what actually happens in the Final Fantasy Legend, but the game guide for Unlimited Saga insinuates that these two are the same character. There's lots of if you played Saga Scarlet Grace Ambitions, what is this? What is Saga Scarlet Grace? I think it is a PlayStation Vita game set in the nameless world. Yeah. Struggles and ever conflicting with humanity. Yep. So in Scarlet's Grace, another recruitable character with similar anachronistic dress sense, Francis Torrance, has an ending that mentions that he goes on to becoming the celestial of another world. So either paying homage to or suggesting a connection to the creator. The battle against creators referred to in Romancing Sangra minstrel song, unto the tale of the axe that slew a god. Okay. So that's actually pretty cool. So basically, God created Arcanians, true people. Power of the crystals originally comes from chaos. One gets a huge power when using chaos, but the result is a considerable increase of his own internal chaos. So as a corollary, what is corollary? What is this? People in this age came to perform diabolical experiments again and again. What? What is this? This is very poorly translated for this. Yeah. Violent weather, lots of creatures were not seen, undead, dragons, and also the quote-unquote humans. As the creator was deeply concerned that the whole world might be swallowed by chaos, decides to terminate the most civilized region that was a frontier of the study crystal. Yep. Okay, so what I understand is, so the creator, the character in this game, created Arcanians. And then the Arcanians tried to use what's called the crystal. And using crystals, that quote-unquote crystals, could be the whole Tetraforce thing, right? Used to... using crystal creates more and more chaos. You know what this reminds me of? Actually, let me just be serious for a moment. Not be serious, but this reminds me very much of the whole AI thing. Right. I think this is so there's the creator, he created Arcanians, which are like actual people or playable characters, or basically machines that are able to use ungodly amounts of power. And they went to the crystals, which are unbelievable machinery that could create anything. And they basically created some AI code and put it in the world and make incredibly powerful tools to help them in their daily lives. But in the meantime, created the unimaginable amount of chaos. And then it destabilized the whole system of the game.
Well, ain't that something?
Yeah, it destabilized the whole system. So he went through the trouble of creating a system, creating the people that could play with this system, and created a tool that lets these people basically sandbox the game, and people just destroyed everything. And so when the Arcanians played around with Crystal or Tetraforce, they basically destroyed the entire universe and created the multiverse and chaos and the various different forms, and split the universe into different timelines, and was in complete chaos. And he was like, okay, I'm done here. And what this also insinuates, right? You see that Iskandar in the storyline is able to transcend God, the creator, or be more powerful than the creator. What that means is that he went above and beyond.
I really want to see when AI gets to a point where it actually causes chaos. It is certainly stirring the art community into a tizzy, lol. Off
Yeah,
topic,
but
sorry.
I mean, that's how things are going, right? But yeah, that's the whole thing about the game. I mean, people, the Arcanians basically sandboxed this world and just messed everything up, and basically found some exploits, basically, and then just created a bunch of chaos and different multiverses and different games and different realities, right? And I think the big clue to the whole thing is that Iskandar is a representation of the player. So he is able to go in through different multiverses. He's able to be, he's invincible. He can't die. He can't age. The only place where he ages is in his own reality, which is his reality, right? And he could be alive for thousands of years, not by the virtue of him being omnipotent, but by the virtue of him being actually the player of the whole thing, of all these different games, different realities. I mean, I think that's what Kawazu was going for, and that there's this whole world of simulation thing. But that's a very meta interpretation of what Unlimited Saga is. But if that is the case, then it's really ahead of its time in terms of meta storytelling. But I mean, this was already insinuated in some of his older games, like Final Fantasy Legend, right? That's really cool. I enjoy that. That's another video that I could make.
Indeed. This is crazy.
All right. Speaking of crazy, I think it's time for me to take a bit of a leave. So before I do that, though, I'm going to first go to my channel contents, make my next episode public of XCOM, set as instant premiere.
CYA Biggy and Manta.
Yep. See ya, guys. See ya, Myth. I'm gonna get the shareable link. I'm going to post said shareable link over where is it? I need to actually stop.
CYA myth.
I need to actually make sure that this gets posted, and yeah, there we go. And you guys can go enjoy that. And thank you, Apilux, Manta, Sephiroth Vale, Doug Bold, and Raphael for being members. You guys get to watch my videos early and get some cool badges and emojis for whenever you comment. So check out the description if you want to support me that way. Otherwise, it's just 3 clicks or so to help me out. Liking the video if you enjoy it. Subscribing if you want to see more. Clicking on the bell notification icon to get notified for when I go live. But that's going to be it for now, folks. Thanks for tuning into my live stream and bits of rambling and other things.
Have a
But
good
yeah.
day, Biggy.
Have a good day, Panda. See ya. Bye for now.